welcome again to another episode of Nerf News, your number one source of Nerf news on the net. I'm your host, Drac, and I don't really know how you're supposed to wear this hat without seeming like a poser. So I'm running a fever of 101, and this is the first time I've been able to speak coherently today. And so I brought EOC, who's like half on the screen, in case I can't speak, or just to provide banter, or you might ignore the whole process. I don't know. If we tilt the hat that way, now we're in business. Alrighty, so Nerf news. These were leaked, quote unquote, by Walmart. Realistically, Walmart's going to be selling these so they can announce them whenever they please, I suppose. But these are Adventure Force blasters, which does mean that they're from Primetime Toys.
Yeah.
Primetime Toys. They've been making a lot of like rival knockoffs, so to speak. Now they're not really rival knockoffs, like I've been calling them rivals, because I think that's funny. Man, my brain feels like scrambled eggs right now, guys. I gotta take the hat off. The hat is too bad. Anyway, so this is the Tactical Strike Titanium Ball Blaster, and this is essentially a power ball. Like, it's a power ball with a horizontal front grip or a pump grip as opposed to the vertical foregrip. It looks like they've added this kind of fun enclosure here. The main thing, though, that it's doing is, other than those like ergo changes, they've added these panels here. So you can see there's two panels for either side so that you can change it from this green into either red or blue. Now, obviously, red and blue are the rival blaster colors. So this guy has his in Team Red. This guy won't load. Excellent. There we are. And he's got his in Team Blue. Now, of note here, they're wearing these funky masks. These are not actually the rival masks, which is wild to me. In fact, they look like, what does that look like to you?
I don't know.
Like the worst Transformer ever. I'm trying to think of a name for what you would call this Transformer. Help me out in the comments, guys. Alright, hang in there, Drac. Turns out the dead can overheat. So we don't have a price on this, but it's pretty assumable that it's going to be a little bit more than the Powerball since it comes with these panels and features. It's got the 8-dart hopper, but we know that that's going to be compatible with rival magazines and therefore with whatever you want to do. But this is the Springer version for the Tactical Strike. This is, however, not nearly as interesting as this. This is the, what's this one called? Accelerator. Accelerator, of course it is. This one's going to come with a much larger hopper, obviously, and probably cost a little bit more money, but we've got a jam door here, a rev trigger, and a main trigger. I do not know if this one's full auto or semi. Is it saying? It does not say. There, at least right here. So it's a flywheel rifle blaster shooting the Adventure Force balls. Larger hopper, you could presumably interchange the hoppers. This would also presumably accept rival magazines, which is pretty cool. This is essentially like a Zeus but more compact, which is kind of cool. This back end here hosts 6 D batteries. Now, however, it's assumed, I forget where I read this specifically, not only does it make sense, yeah, it does say fully automatic, so it's going to have a pusher of some kind. Hopefully it's not a conveyor belt, because that would be really interesting if there was a different sort of way to do this. One thing that I did read somewhere, now somewhere could have easily been like a non-credited source, so don't take this at face value here, but one thing that I read about this was that it would be compatible with the rival rechargeable pack, and since it is using 6D batteries, and assumptively they all go in the back here, I don't know why it super compressed this image. That is possible. So I believe that, I guess. Now, I don't know that, but I believe that. If they're already making them compatible with rival magazines, it would stand to reason that making them compatible with the rival battery pack, not that big of a leap. Again, panel here for red, panel here for blue. I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to determine teams from a small panel as opposed to a fully colored blaster, but to their credit, I mean, Hasbro these days is making a lot of Phantom Corps blasters, and their plan is to identify teams with little flags. So this is not too terribly different from that. This would kind of, in theory, be a Phantom Corps blaster in that it can be either team color or rogue with neither, since I assume you can just take these off and have green panels. Now the ergo of this looks a little weird. We won't know until we hold it. This traditional handle here does not look super duper comfy. However, rev trigger and trigger is easy controls. We're all very familiar with that. So this dude is firing this, and it looks like, man, my head hurts so bad. The Nerf news doesn't stop. Alright, it looks kind of small in this dude's hands. However, if we look at like how incredibly hairy this dude's arms are, like it feels almost like he was photoshopped together. Like this is not a teenager. This is a teenager's head on a grown man's body or whatever. But blaster's probably of a reasonable size. Again, we have to assume that this is 60 batteries worth, which means that I think it'll be smaller than a Zeus, which is cool. A more compact, fully automatic flywheel. Rival blaster is awesome. This is essentially going to be like a Hera machine pistol, which is really, really neat. I'm trying to think of other full auto rival blasters.
It would be like a small Nemesis.
Yeah, like a mini Nemesis, or like a Chaos pistol, like what Bobo did way, way back. But mini Nemesis with a miniature hopper, holds 25. Now, obviously, people are gonna like pull this back Xenomorph style, make that capacity a little bit higher, but overall it should mod up nicely because that's ask Cortana. That's an option, I guess. It'll mod up nicely because it'll be super easy to throw a 3S in there. Hopefully the motors are as robust as the Hasbro motors, which means that it'll be really, really easy to get lipo power out of this guy. So flipping through one more time. This is another dude who has pretty hairy arms. Oh no, this guy's got like some shaved stubble going on. Maybe they got adults to do their photos for this one. That's really weird. Rival, when Rival does their marketing, they almost always have like child actors or teen actors. Like they will hire modeling talent to get their photos done. It looks like Primetime Toys was just like, let's grab dudes from The Office who are not like terrible looking, which to be fair is what a lot of toys companies do. I was hanging out with Zuru, and there's a dude over there named Diego who's just like a pretty cool Brazilian dude, and he's on the box for like 5 or 6 different toys. So maybe that's what Primetime's up to. But generally people hire models for their box art or their promotional images to reflect the age target of their toys, and this doesn't have oh, it does. Age is 14 and up, so an adult would be 14 and up. Again, marketed like Rival, this is pseudo sports equipment, pseudo toy, somewhere in between, because it's like, that's the target. It's designed for teenagers. I can't wait to see if like a high school picks up like Rival type battling as like a PE exercise thing. Like that would be fun. Like when I was in high school 200 years ago, we played dodgeball. And this would be just a cooler version of dodgeball, in my opinion. Well, alrighty, so that's your update. I guess this is the Nerf newsening. I should look at the camera. I can even make it bigger. Here we go. So there's the EOC. I don't feel super great. So we're gonna launch some videos that I filmed while I was in Singapore and China and Scotland, but we gotta wait on the Scotland videos because we want that organizer to have the first videos out, as he hired a professional film crew to make videos. So I'm gonna take a nap. If you guys have any idea of how to break a fever, leave me a comment down below. If you don't know how to break a fever, I like pictures of owls, and you could leave me those down below. But that's the Nerf news. There's 2 new rival blasters coming out, and they look sweet. That's pretty much it. They're going to be cool, and they're going to cost way less than Nerf blasters because that's how it goes. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this first look at the Accelerator and the Powerball 2.0, aka the Titanium. How did I not say Titanium before? But whatever. Really looking forward to getting samples of these guys out, and we'll probably use them in the SE&C. Much love, Nerf on, nap on, nap out, Drac. Bye.